Hello everyone and welcome back to another vlog. So today I'll be bringing you guys along on my horse seeking journey, as well as I will be offering some updates on 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐿's first competition, which by the way went really well. So let me start explaining what's happening. I started my day by getting ready at the stable since I live quite near to it, and I just usually leave my helmet and stuff there since, you know, I mean, what would I do with it at home? So I basically just woke up early and went to fetch all my stuff for the day. The first horse we were going to see was a Percheron. So I was a bit intimidated as I don't know exactly what horse I'm looking for. I would quote unquote say more it's a project horse. So I just want to have, you know, a fun journey with us, like maybe learning together or doing something new. I have no like prospects or anything. I mean, I do have magic at the stage, so I'm really not like looking for another competing horse in any case. I just really want actually a project pony, I'd say it like that. So the Percheron's name is 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐿, which is so cute, I mean, and he was stabled at Steve's. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not too sure about a Percheron. I mean, I've never ridden like, you know, such big horses actually. Well, I mean, basically the same size because he's not one of the biggest Percherons ever, but I'm still not used to, you know, riding a chunky breed, if I can say it like that. The only reason why I was interested at all is because of Steve. Now, Steve has really been sweet to me since I moved to 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐿. I actually love, you know, taking magic there for some other experiences because they really have a nice outdoor dressage arena. It's like, you know, still homey. It's not top class like the 𝐀𝐻𝐳𝐵𝐭 one, but it's still very neat and very fun to take magic there for a road trip. So yeah, when we got there, I had the absolute privilege to go and get 𝐬𝐻𝐿 in the paddock. Now he was standing quite a bit lazy, very chilled, very laid back, didn't like look as if he was too interested in coming with me. He halted very easily and yeah, we got the move on. I then tacked him up with the tack that Steve gave me. He looks super sweet. I would definitely see him in a color pink saddle pad. I mean, with that coat, he would die in that. Come on, let's be real here. So from what you've also seen in the ad is that 𝐬𝐻𝐿 used to be a carriage horse. So he's actually very experienced and he has seen a lot of things through his lifetime, and he's labeled as bomb-proof. So I wouldn't call him too much of a project horse since he already has so much experience under his belt, but nonetheless, it was still nice to get a feeling for such a big horse. We walked a bit, and you can see, you know, trotting as well. So I just got a feel for his gaits. I didn't like, you know, look too intensely on his training, as I was more just experiencing like the hugeness of this breed. So yeah, now I can say I've ridden a Percheron, which is definitely something to add on to my list. So yeah, the ride went very well. After I rode him first a bit in the round pen, I moved to the dressage arena, just a bit bigger, to get, you know, more feel for his gait and how he walks there, and so on. So in the big arena, same as the small arena, I was scared. That's why I started in the round pen. I was like, no, this horse is so big, he's gonna run off with me. I'm not gonna stop him. I'm gonna, you know, end up in Golden Hills again. So you know, note that I say again. So yeah, that's why I was a little bit skeptical, because, you know, it's a strange horse, we don't know each other, so I don't want to push stuff. But yeah, overall this horse is absolutely great, and yeah, he would make a very great beginner horse, I'd say, because he didn't spook at anything. But yeah, I hope he does go to a loving home. Okay, on to the next horse. So the next horse is named Ellie, and she's an American Paint, and she's stabled at Moorland. So I'm a bit skeptical, if I'm going to be completely honest. Ellie isn't actually sold by Thomas or anything from Moorland. If you guys know 𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐻, he's the stable owner. She's only stabled there. I don't know her owners too well. She's quite like not small, so I don't really want to, you know, a pony breed, since I'm also quite, well, since I'm also tall and stuff. I think it would be really a shame to ride a 13-hand horse. So 15 hands is quite, you know, fine with me. But the reason I'm actually interested in her is because I don't know, it's very conflicting information, because they say she's still unsure about herself and that she's green, but she's been clearing 90cm jumps. So to me, I mean, I don't know what they mean. Are they talking about free jumping? Because I can understand that with free jumping, but it doesn't sound like that. And especially the fact that they're saying it's an urgent sale. So I kind of wanted to just check things out with her, because yeah, I am a bit concerned. When I arrived at Moorland, Ellie was already waiting in the arena, tied, and there was no sign of any owner, which was very, very, very dodgy. If I didn't have an interest of actually maybe, you know, helping this horse out of a situation, I would have definitely left. But I mean, her eyes, like she just stood there, so sweet, so kind, just waiting gently while I tacked her up. I mean, luckily they didn't leave her saddled in the arena. That could have been worse. But I mean, it was a bit out of place, especially since nobody greeted me or anything. But in any case, I got on her, and she was really unsure about herself. She couldn't really turn. She didn't know left and right. She wasn't responding to my aids. I needed to ask her a few times to move forward, which I expected, as they did say she's green, but I don't know how they cleared 90cm jumps then with her, because it felt like she didn't even know really where to place her feet in the walk, never mind in the trot. I tried to do, you know, a few circles with her, just 20-meter circles, getting her back with me, not asking for collection, or just asking that she stays with me, and not run away. So I clearly have a big fear of horses running away with me. So, which she did eventually. It was a bit difficult getting her to turn. So I think if I do end up choosing Ellie, we would need to do a lot of groundwork first. I don't like riding horses without a clear, you know, fundamental basis from the ground up. As I mean, you can teach them so much things as well from the ground, you know, body language and all those type of things is very crucial. And getting horses, you know, to understand you, so that you can have a communication path between like you two. So I can clearly see that she's not really been handled. I wish I knew more about her. In summary, I am a bit concerned about her. So she's definitely on top of the list at this stage. The last horse we went to see, I mean, she actually already has my heart, because I have a very, very soft spot for thoroughbreds, especially off the track. I believe they are a very overlooked breed actually in show jumping. I think people usually just go for a warm blood and then they just continue with their warm bloods, but they don't really see with the potential that thoroughbreds actually have. Many people see them as, you know, these skinny horses that just can run, but they have so much more to offer than that. So the horse I will be seeing is called Destiny's Pearl, and she's been off the track for at least 2 months. They haven't really ridden her. They've only, from what I understood from the owner, is that they've only really like lunched her and just, you know, did a bit of grounder basics with her, which I really appreciate. But they did get on a few times from what I understood, but she's not been properly schooled. So she's still very, very green, which is great for a project horse. So that's a great thing. And she was clear with me, the owner was clear with me from the start that she's green. screen, which is great. I mean, it's already better than Ellie. When I got to the racetrack, she was standing in her stable. Luckily, they fetched her for me from the paddock, so I'm very grateful for that. Although I would have liked to see maybe how she catches in the paddock, but I mean, we can always work on that. I'm not too concerned. She tacked up a bit unsure. She was a bit angsty. She was pacing and, you know, asking me to hurry up, which I kind of get for a thoroughbred, and that's definitely something that's not off-putting at all. I mean, she's young. She still needs to know, like, it's fine if I take a bit longer to make sure everything is fine with her. I walked her from her stable into the round arena. Now, I didn't want to go into the big grass arena, as, you know, I don't know the horse. I don't know what's going to happen. I would rather just stay in the round pen, and for my safety and for her safety, since I'm, you know, she is a thoroughbred off the track, so she might as well, you know, run with me. Like I said, clearly I do have a big fear of running away, of horses running away with me. But yeah, we got on in the arena. She stood still actually. Usually they start walking away or like trotting already. Well, I'm like halfway on. So that was a really nice thing that she did that I really liked. In the walk, she was perfectly fine. I didn't see anything wrong. In the trot, she did, you know, break trots, as well as in the canter. She transitioned down a few times, but that's expected. That's nothing. The fact that the fact why I'm riding her is to feel if she's, you know, cray and gonna kill me when I get on, which is totally not the case. She's actually super calm, but very attentive. She was listening to me, even though she doesn't completely understand what my aids were. She was trying to figure them out, which is a great sign any horse can have. So I don't know, I really loved her so much, and I also know she comes from a great owner, so I know they did take care of her very well up until this age. So yeah, I don't know, I think there's a lot of thinking I need to do. So I got back to the stables and I just sat down and I thought about the whole day, thinking about all three horses and what horse I was gonna get. And at the end of the day, I decided to get Destiny's Pearl. I will probably just call her Pearl, just because I know where she's been coming from. I know what I'm gonna work with. I do want a project like I don't want my first project horse to be an absolute disaster. But then my brain started teasing with me, and Ellie is also like, I just feel Ellie is in a very, like, I just have a feeling that she's in a bad place maybe, and I'm so scared she ends up in the wrong hands. I mean, a horse that doesn't have knowledge is not worth as much as a horse that can be ridden on trail rides and whatever. And some people are not always as, you know, wanting to teach them that, because it requires a lot of energy and time. They would rather, you know, just sell them for things I do not rather want to think about. So I don't know, I'll probably speak with Eva about Ellie, since maybe I can work out a deal with her that I can do extra stable chores and stuff, so that I can afford to stable Ellie as well at the Dawnside Equestrian facility. So that is something that I'll definitely get back to you guys on another video. I don't know, I want to hear what you guys think. Should we bring Ellie home, or what is you guys' thoughts on that? And then yeah, here is some pictures of me and Destiny at the Dawnside Equestrian facility. So I just brought her home and she was so sweet. We already had our first ride as well. I'm gonna be schooling her with Ava. Ava's gonna help me. She's super experienced. So to me, I'm very thankful to be stable like the DEF, because otherwise I think I would have been over my head a little bit. But yeah, and then we guys give you a show update. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen, but me and Magic actually competed in our first 𝐀𝐤𝐬𝐿 show, and we competed in the competition Rosenight Under the Stars, and we actually came second, which was so insane. So here's a cute picture of us competing. We haven't received our ribbons yet, as they are still being produced. as they are still being made. So I'll definitely show you guys in a later video, like me and magic with. So yeah, that was all. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts about Pearl and everything. Maybe I'll call her something different than Pearl. I don't know. Because Pearl sounds so weird, but I'm saying it now. But yeah, I hope you have a very great day further, and I see you in the next one. Bye!